TFT lose, I'm like, wow, this is pretty dystopian already. I thought like the phone holder, just the fact that we have phone holders now, like these like metal things, and they can just like adjust them. I'm like, oh yeah, shit, we are society. But we're off to another society here. Let's see, which one are you?
Did you?
Did you?
Yeah, Dawn says you
What about the brothers?
Although, for this session, I have been telling people my name is Drixos. Because
Your
did you?
name is what? Sorry, Drexos.
Uh,
I see.
Drixos.
Yeah.
Yes. Mainly
But
because people say did you, it's like, oh, it's a bit of an annoying name to remember. Because, yeah, so he just tell people his name is Drixos, so it's simpler.
you guys have some very entertaining parents. That's for sure.
Yeah. Because, like, the way they spoke, did you never came up as like an issue, but now he's with other people. People ask, did you want? It's like, did you don't want anything? What? He's like, hey, my name's Drixos, okay? Sure can.
Excuse me,
Yeah.
sorry.
I need a picture of me on there. Okay. Really?
Yeah. I mean, relatively quick. I mean, Z told me before he didn't have much for his character, but you have a lot more than what Basic and Mason started with, so that was a lie. But let's read this. Actually, well, first of all, let's see. Monk. Oh,
Yeah,
interesting.
pretty decent stats.
Like slow. Oh no, you get movement speed as a monk, don't you?
Yeah, 35 feet movement.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, monk.
I'm a hill dwarf, so I'm pretty decent.
Hill dwarf monk. Folk hero as well.
Yeah, so Fokiro was a bit before all of that. So I imagine Fokiro is still a thing, but the Stirling is Terrible Monster is probably not there. It's really just I did a lot as in my old town, basically.
It can work. I mean, a terrible monster in this world would count. Like a direwolf would count. Like that's a village-ending monster right there, honestly. And I'd say you stood up. Yeah, something along the lines. I'd roll for it. Not necessarily a direwolf, but something similar. Okay. Yeah,
a single goblin. Yeah.
A single goblin. Even in this road, that's a bit of a joke still.
Could be a bugbear. That's like doable.
Oh yeah, those would be dangerous. Yes. Let me put on some music.
Yeah.
Let's go over a few things immediately. As a monk, did these skills become honed over the years as you lived on in wherever you were from, or did you have a trainer of some sorts visit your place, or did you go along and like go towards a monastery for training or an institute of some sorts?
So in his early years, it's just him doing labor since he wants to help out like different businesses of his family. He sort of honed his natural strength that way. He wasn't much of a fighter, however, so he was just naturally strong. It was only after like the village burnt down and he ran away from home he started to train himself because he didn't want to experience anything like that again. So it's self-trained.
Okay, quite a bit of self-train. Eventually, you'd make your way after bouncing from village to village in towards Zeitland. Oh, well.
Yeah.
But in between that, you really did stand up against a terrible monster, and let's say, well, I said it out before. It's kind of perfect. A pack of 2 direwolves and a bunch of wolves. Sure, quite a bit of the townsfolk were helping you, but you did a lot of the work. A majority of basically well, tanking most of the monsters because you're the person fully only able to do so without like being torn to shreds in the first like minute or so. As a level 2 monk, you'd have access to like patient defense, right?
Yeah, patient defense actually was my go-to like for using anyways. Like it's action swing hammer, bonus action patient defense. But yeah,
Mm, yeah, perfect. Not a problem. And so you did. Uh, you defended the heck out of your own skin in order for everyone else to surround and eventually repel the direwolves. You even managed to land a killing blow onto one. This village was a pretty recent and new startup village, a community that had just recently come together, and there have been a certain few folk that have come through here. In the beginning, the reason why it formed was due to, let me see this character, was due to a certain dragonborn that had just got along the sort of hunting communities around the Spine Islands and the villages and the nomadic villages that were traveling around here. They realized a lot of the creatures here couldn't have been repelled if they were on their own, so they had to band together, and this dragonborn had made it happen. As this village sort of grew and established itself, it only grew because of a certain strange hermit slash alchemist that was always visiting the village. And then finally, when you came along in the nick of time. Uh, this place is called. Can I type it in? I can. That's tiny as fuck. Hang on.
that is rather perfect up and coming village by the way, because my character well, he has tool proficiencies to making houses. He has masons,
Hmm.
hustlers, and carpenters.
That's actually everything to make houses. Yes.
Yeah.
Huh. Like, odd job. You're like me. What the fuck? Um, jumping around odd jobs. I see. Yeah. Essentially, it was a pretty lucky for Honeysuckle Village right here to have you there for. I mean, you could have spent as long as you had wanted here for your tenure. I mean, you could have had spent 2 years here in order to ingratiate yourself and be known to the village quite a bit, as well as actually finish making your houses. Because let's face it, getting laborers here, even though they don't pay much, they pay fairly. Honeysuckle Village gets quite a bit of trade run through them because they are just such a like nice center point between Zeitland and the Sunken Cities without it being the private red estate. So it's got quite a bit of uh feck and bustle in it. So
Yeah.
much so that their defining event, the staving of terrible monsters. Those villages didn't come from the nearby forest. They came from a ship, a sloop that had made its way here, and just for whatever reason, just offloaded these monsters and then went away. You never really got the you really never got the name of the sloop because it was unmarked. So that being the case, definitely a pirate if it's unmarked. But the sail was distinct. There was a distinctive sail. You can put into your perhaps bonds, maybe like as an enemy or just as a note. But the sail had the symbol of a white swan over over a black background. Music on.
Yeah, we're done.
Nice.
Yeah, my character would spend several years there until like this town felt safe for him. He during like these years, he feel like he doesn't want to like abandon anyone, which he would never really bring up. But people might catch on to the fact that like he might be a bit too like protective. Like, hey, if you're going out, let me come with you, so on, so on.
Yeah, no, that's kind of perfect actually. You get to know. You don't really get to know that Dragonborn that founded the village because he's off on his own adventures. Uh, you do know of you get clues actually. The herbalism, the herbalism, the herbalist slash sort of like hermit slash alchemist that comes along. Although hooded and never really making any sort of scenes and just briefly visiting, you get you get clues, and this person might just be one of the brothers that you had worked with, that you had been with for like the longest time. But how do you feel, Drixos, about the rest of your brothers? Do you feel the need to pursue them, or do you trust in them to just live a good life wherever they are?
That's a difficult question because it
Yep.
entirely depends on which brother it is.
Well, I mean, there was Huju and Waju. Waju
Exact.
being
Yeah,
well,
Waju was the Tabaxi one, and
yes.
he when they were young they'd like play fights and all that. In fact, one of his like defining features is that he has a scar underneath where his beard lays.
Hmm.
So, and like he's known him for like most of his life, I'd imagine. The
What
other,
about
the
Huju?
other Huju, I believe he wouldn't really actually like Huju in past. Like it's not his fault, and I know that. But did you would always like see Huju as like he's the reason this family broke up because for his second birthday we brought the Bard, and the Bard was the whole reason why the village got burned down
Right.
against mercenaries and stuff.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's not his fault, but did you would always resent him just the tiniest
yeah.
bit. If he
There's
doesn't
a
know
bit of
which,
that lingering. I see.
yeah, if he doesn't know which brother it is, he's going to see if he can learn more before like talking to them. Basically,
You
if he,
learn immediately that this a man that comes along isn't exactly a man, but furred underneath the hood. And with the features that have been propping up over the years, piece by piece, Waji has been lurking around here, it seems.
yeah, he wouldn't like try to go out for him, so he doesn't want to leave these people behind. But if he ever sees him, he's going to try to talk to him because
I see.
he's still skeptical of whether or not this is actually his brother because he assumes his brother is dead.
Mm. All right. I'll put a pin on that. I messaged Daunt to see if he can come along. But essentially, yeah, we can also just make an in-game reason as to you do try and get to him, but you can never find where his secluded place actually is. He actually has told me this is definitely quite hidden of a place. He really did want to be his background, like the hermit. So I'm like, oh yeah, sure, we'll give that to him. Uh, don't worry, he's not out there eating flowers like a certain someone. So he's completely safe. And yeah, we'll put a pin on that. And essentially, not you're not exactly the talk of the town. Lots of things like pass through here, but you are like that reliable guy that people go to. And you yourself present yourself as such, as you told me, right? Like people are like going out hunting, and you think it's rather dangerous. You just put yourself out there with the patrol or like the hunting group.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he doesn't
Um.
like people say like, "Hey, I think he's gonna get yourself killed." It's like, "Hey, I'm gonna come with you." He never like says
Yeah.
the reason as to why.
Since you spent so much time here, and the times you would go to doing that would be actually like swimming out and like holding your breath and whatnot, and like actually dealing with these like underwater threats, because savage merfolk here are like fucking pests, dude. Think underwater goblins. Think underwater goblins that like that breed as much as actual goblins, and you have to go around your village and actually weekly do this on a weekly basis. You actually have to swim in some of the coastal reef areas and hidden nooks, and in the cliffside areas around your island, and you actually have to swim down and destroy savage merfolk eggs weekly. So this was this was dangerous because Mama's got to protect some eggs as well, and you have like a lot of experience with this. Maybe it might come in handy in the campaign, maybe not. But thanks to your background, and your decision to actually stay in this village for like a couple of years rather than travel, you don't make as much money as the players, of course. You start off with 100 gold. However, uh, let's let me look at your core stats real quick. So,
There you
um, you're already 18 con. No, that makes sense actually. That makes sense. You now have uh, you now have a swimming speed of 30 feet. You can hold your breath underwater twice as long as a normal person. So put that somewhere in your probably a background class traits maybe.
go.
Swimming
The swim
speed of
class.
30 feet. And fighting underwater does not impose disadvantage on you. All
Merfolk
the effects of
combat.
like the usual magic items that give that like property. Roll D100 for me.
75.
Nice. Yeah, sure. Hang on. Let's get that character ready. As the years pass by, there's sorts of shit that seems to just happen in the world around you. There's been a literal meteoric rise of a man that had freed the mages in Entwin from correctional institute for the magically disabled, aka just prison mage, mage prison. Um, they are known as the Meteor Man, and you know, go goes to place to place, and apparently frees mages there. He's sightless, essentially, and
Yeah, okay.
has has the hair. The notable features seem to be like a hair floating about and a mask, sort of like that to cover his face. That guy and many or these sort of like bounties pop along and eventually make their way to Honeysuckle village in the form of like flyers. This Entoan emissary seems to like meet you, just greets you with a nod, and just continues like posting all these bounties in on the bounty board. He himself isn't necessarily a remarkable guy, but there's a bit of like a funny scene that happens as he posts a bounty. Sure, a lot of these bounties like 3,000 gold for the Meteor Man. That is the biggest bounty you have ever seen in a person. Um, by the way, 50 gold in this world, like you're set for life. The fact that you have 100 gold, you're like, you know, you know your top shit. Um, sure, you're doing like a lot of the menial tasks around in the Honeysuckle Village, but those don't really earn you the money. The money is earned by the village elder giving you like a lion's share of what they usually sell off from what you kill occasionally at Honeysuckle Village. You're you're definitely a glorified carpenter. um, glorified in the most sensical of that word, the most glorified of that word. Um, and as such, you can't help but look at the bounties yourself. Damn, that guy is worth 1,000 gold pieces. There's just this other dwarf, just very like ragged and homeless looking, and you go down the list, bunch of like 100 gold piece bounties here and there, and you see like uh just this black haired woman that like takes her hood off, and also squints and looks at the bounties. And you look at the bounty she's looking at. You look at her. You look at the bounty she's looking at. She's looking at herself. Oh, she's she's wanted, but she's wanted. Her bounty is 50 gold, and she's squinting at it. She looks cross. She looks angry. Actually, she starts furrowing her brow, and she looks mad. She just says to herself, "They did me injustice. I look so ugly." And she frowns.
What does it say she did?
Do you go closer and look?
Yeah.
Yeah. Theft. Specifically, she stole she is very, very specific with theft. She has stolen specifically from a lot of the major cities a large supply of the city's curry pies. Just curry pies. She looks at you. She points at the poster and she goes, "This sucks, right? Like, they really did me in. Like, my nose isn't even that big." Looking at her, she's actually relatively beautiful um of a human woman. She also doesn't look very old. She looks like 19. And she has a 50 gold bounty across the major cities. That's impressive, but curry pies. This is an interesting person, to say the least.
Oh, look on the bright side. No one's gonna recognize you.
She's about to interject. Realize you make a really good point, but is so conflicted. Like her face is fighting right now. It's like twitching. She's about to say something. Then she closes her mouth. Then her eye twitches. Then she points to the poster. She's having a whole ass argument to herself towards you without saying anything, and she does it for like a good 2 minutes. She gives up. She nods. True.
So, why did you steal those pies then?
They're really good. I'm really hungry. I mean, I work and normally pay for stuff, alright? But her mouth drools. Look, this world has got some really good curry pies. It's crazy how good these pies are.
Well, why don't you just learn how to make them yourself?
I tried. Not really good. I'm good with my hands, but I'm not really a good cook. Are you a good cook?
Oh, I haven't tried personally. I'm good at my hands. I build some things here and there.
You see what I mean? Like, if you're good with your hands, it doesn't necessarily translate to a lot of the things that people think that hands are useful.
Well, I wasn't good at my hands once upon a time, but I took practice, slowly got better, and now here I am.
Oh yeah? Really?
Really?
She looks to you up and down. I think we're similar, you and I.
Well, I'm not stealing pies, but...
Oh, no, I don't mean like that. You're hardy, you're a bit stocky, short, but, You're fast with your hands, aren't you?
Well, you could say that, I'm sure.
She throws like a rock at you. Do you have deflect missiles, by the way?
That's level 3.
Level 3? Make a dexterity saving throw. You do have advantage. You're you're in the
19.
midst of learn. 19? Yeah, you catch it on instinct. Then you know, you react as you normally would to someone just throwing a rock straight at your face. But then she quickly like closes the distance and then plucks the rock out of your hand without much force. She just like pokes the middle bit of your backhand, and you seem to just open up. She precisely targets like a nerve in the back of your hand, and then she just like catches the rock as you drop it, and she goes, "You ah, oh my gosh,
How did you do that?
good with my
You're...
hands."
Well, yes, but you're also incredibly fast.
But so are you, dwarf, I guess.
How old does she look?
Yeah, like a teenage girl, teenage human girl.
Humans
She
are
like,
terrible.
I mean, no, I'm terrifying. I'm actually like, she puts her hands on her hips and she looks up into the air, and you can almost see like the Pinocchio nose growing. She goes, I'm really strong, kind of. Eh,
Why don't you... And you use this to steal pies?
no, people are missing the point. I make quite a bit of gold. I just happen to look. There's like a large supply. I have just happened to make it all for myself. The girl's got some needs, okay? Like,
That's... What do you do for work?
oh, I go around and hit things for money. Usually monsters. I've had some lucky breaks here and there. I've hit people for money and then turned them in because they have magic. That was really easy money.
I can imagine so that most people with magic don't really know how to control it. It's better to
Yep.
keep them in check, somewhat.
But here I am. I'm just I'm actually very new here. I got that bounty in like 3 weeks ish.
What do
I've
you
been
mean
traveling.
new here? Okay.
Yeah, like I'm new here in this village.
Well, that would make sense. I haven't seen you here before. Enjoy any foods here?
Ye- What? Sorry, I didn't hear that last bit.
Did you enjoy any of the food we have here? Or did you pick
Nope,
some?
not really. I mean, it's kind of basic around here, no? Most of you guys have just fish and apparently whatever meats that comes along in export. Your tavern was selling bear stew. Like that's crazy. That's that shit's tough.
Yeah, it's pretty alright.
I guess because if you've been here a while, you look like you've been here a while.
Uh, it's 4 years, give or take.
Ish. She says like, oh, she rolls her eyes, and she goes,
Who do you think's been building these houses?
I mean, the other really like good-looking burly men. Sure,
Well,
I guess now I can see it. I can see it now. Yeah, you're pretty fast. You're also look. I mean, look at you, in the good way.
yeah, I've been practicing. I don't just build houses, I focus on
Speak.
those merfolk down there. You know, all around.
Poor them. Yeah, pests. They were clawing at the ship that I was on for a bit. Yeah, crazy. Speaking of improving yourself, I think I can help you.
You
Do,
can?
yeah. Do you want to learn from me? I've always wanted a disciple, which is crazy for her to say. She's a lot younger than you.
What's the catch?
Nothing. I'm just here doing what I want, honestly.
He sort of thinks himself a bit. It's sort of like, well, if I learn from this person, they'll steal less pies, and that's overall good.
That's a good goal. Yeah.
Sure. I take it you're gonna be staying here for a bit longer then?
Oh, yep. I'm not gonna go here since my bounty was posted. Let's just can you help me take those down, please?
Alright,
I
sure.
I'll look. I don't know. I don't even know where these bounties are being posted up by, so I don't really know where to go to pay them off.
I'm not quite sure myself, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I know if magic person bring to Anto and her, but the rest of these guys is wanted for murder, and that's it. No that's so stupid. She
Who do we
points to
even...
like this
If I were to
really
bring you
raggedy
in,
looking
where would
guy.
I even bring you in?
Oh, is that sorry?
If if someone were to bring you in, where would they take you?
She shrugs. She looks like she genuinely doesn't know.
They should
She
really
just
put,
puts her hands
a
up in the air.
notice on here about that.
Maybe the major cities have a bounty center, adventurers guild, whole type stuff. I don't know.
Sure. But that's... Alright, what exactly are you going to be teaching me, by the way?
Ah, well, you really think you might be pretty in tune to it. Do you believe in gods? That sort of deal.
Uh, I believe they exist.
Good enough. Do you in particular feel any sort of kinship to the water, by any chance?
I suppose so, since recently I've been down there a lot. I can hold my breath in the water pretty well.
Oh, okay. Are you fond of storms, by any chance?
Ooh, that
No strong
depends.
feelings?
Uh, if I'm in the middle of building a house, it's a bit annoying, but otherwise it's nice.
Hmm. You see, the thing is, you're fast, but you seem like the sort of guy to crash into their enemies and then don't give them any room to breathe. But I take it you can do everything athletic, right? I mean, you build houses, so you've got endurance, but you're also this fast, so you're quick, and you have bursts of power. You're not as fast as me. I mean, no one's as fast as me, sure, but
Oh,
think
yeah,
I can teach you
I
a
told
bit of
myself all that. I didn't realize a lot of people had the abilities I did.
hmm. So I think you're actually the perfect candidate for my martial art. I think, and I don't even need a year for you. I think you can learn it in 6 months. I'm
6 months, really?
just, yeah, no, I'm sorry, I'm just so interested. Am I intruding? Do you have a wife? People are gonna see us and think that you're cheating or something.
You're a bit too young for me, I reckon.
That's, oh right, oh right. She completely forgot. Seems to forget that you're a dwarf. She seems just so like.
That my character at this point he's less than 50. So in terms of dwarf years, he's
He
actually
is quite young. Yeah, true.
yeah. But in terms of
He is.
human years, because he was raised by a Goliath gnome, he still sees himself as an adult.
Yeah. You'd be adult. Dwarves would be adult around 30 normally, but they could drink. They could drink at the ripe young age of 10, because dwarves. But yeah, and she just goes nice. Who? I can't really give my name out because, bounty, that sort of thing. You can call me. What's a good cover name? She looks around. Hmm. Makes a perception check. Shit, there's like no flowers around here.
Oh, we are surrounded by water, so why not river?
Oh! Incorrect. I mean, like, it's not. Yeah, no, I'll take it. I'll take river. Thus, you have now named the character for me, River.
There you go. Name's Drixos, by the way.
Drixos. Nice. She brings out a fist for a fist bump.
Yeah, they return one.
And thus, your chapter 1 is complete. um, yeah, you can add on to you can fill in the gaps. You can say like a lot, you can a lot more, a lot less events that happened as you were with no one for a bit in Honeysuckle Village. Um, but yeah, also Daunt has gotten back to me. It will be part of your chapter 1 as well to have briefly met up with which one was he in Waju? Fucking these brothers. God damn it.
Yeah, that's fine. You can call me Drixos for now. So that's fine.
Yeah, alright. It's okay. Yeah, alright. Drixos. But yes, chapter 2 would be your adventures with River, it's basically. She would be part of the reason why you would have to move out of Honeysuckle Village. Of course, Honeysuckle Village is going to be, sparsely defended without you, but you trust in the people. Uh, chapter 2 begins with River taking you to basically just the neighboring island. But before we get to that, we take the pin off, we revisit it. Don't you there?
Yep.
In your you would have had to spend years in your sort of like seclusion in order to get like as good as you are with both your alchemist set as well as herbalism kit. Um you made quite a bit of money trading with the nearby village, and then you realize you're being followed for one of your trips. What do you do? It would be pretty easy to shake this guy off, and honestly, maybe double back and do your usual. You have staved off a lot of these guys before.
Am I coming back with supplies, or what's the situation?
You're coming back. You're going back to your place with supplies, and you probably don't want to be trailed to where your secluded place is.
Leave a message either on the tree or on the road or something. If you're a bounty hunter, turn left. If you're a villager, keep following.
They keep following.
Leave a second message. If you're a bounty hunter, keep following. If you're a villager, turn right, and then go forward a bit further.
What do you? That one's a bit confusing. What does Drixos do, Z?
Oh, that's a bit annoying. He'll head right and then like turn back around to see if you can find him again.
Make a perception check. And don't make a stealth check for your character. You have advantage because you've done this so many times.
Yikes.
It's Daunt. He'll roll double lows.
Yeah, you beat me to.
And then when it matters, he rolls double highs. You know, that's how he works. Never mind. He's gonna die this campaign. You lose sight of him, and it looks like this this villager from a distance. It's a dwarf. Not anything particularly special, but he seems to not give up on following you. He seems to just keep looking for tracks. He's definitely lost you though, and you're just looking at him. Make a perception check as well, would you?
Yeah, that's more like
Yeah,
it.
he's just like, yeah, par for the course. He's just looking. What do you do?
How far away from my home base am I?
You're at the edge of the southern bit of Honeysuckle Village's island, and you just want to shake him off from your usual drop-off point from your boat.
See, do I know if this is a safe spot to put all my supplies?
Currently, no. This is definitely where you get. These are the grounds where you get pursued on, by the way. Like, these are normally your hunting grounds, if you know what I mean.
I do know what you mean.
Yeah.
The stuff that I've got on me, can I put it aside relatively safely, or is it going to attract animals or that sort of nonsense?
No, it won't attract much animals. The wildlife here. Stay clear of you.
Well, stash 95% of it, and then put something nice and shiny just on the edge where I know it's going to get found, and then start
Yep.
sneaking behind them.
Okay. With that perception check of 10, you find just the supplies. Oddly looks like some of the supplies he was carrying behind, and it looks like it's just there. Maybe it's been dropped. Maybe he's just left it there. But Drixos, eventually you come across these. You approach closer.
Yeah, he would to see if there's like any like path leading off to it.
Well, hook, line, and sinker. If this guy's a bounty hunter, he's really falling for everything, like basic. So you can get the drop on him if you want, would you? Whenever you want.
Does seem almost too good to be true.
The thing is, even with that perception check of it's a perception check of 1.
Yeah, it's
It
one.
looks like this guy's being cautious, so you do have some suspicion.
I'll sneak within 60 feet of him. So just so I
Okay.
can get like a better look. I'm going to sneak up to just catch eyeline and go, boo.
Cause fear. Oh shit. Level 1?
Yeah, it's level 1 spell.
It's really
Okay,
good.
I'll make a save, I guess.
Yeah, wisdom saving throw.
That's right.
You feel magic affect you, and just the tickling. You do feel the beginnings of the fear, like a shiver down your spine. But instead of fear, you get like the sense of where the magic came from, and you just naturally turn around and you see each other. You see, oh, your brother, or the both of you.
I think from memory you could recognize me, but anything that I could see from you is hidden under your beard.
Oh no, your characteristic is that your elbow is hurt, but you're wearing a hood currently.
The shoulder is burnt.
Well, shoulder's burnt, but you're still wearing something, aren't you?
Probably not. I mean, we're in a relatively hot spot, and I'm a tabaxi.
Yeah, this is tropical around here.
Yeah, you watch this dwarf then turn around, sort of like on edge, like raised fists, sees you, and he seems like he's about to break down. As he sort of like walks towards you.
Now, you're a little slow to be surviving much out here without a little bit more caution. Back off while you still can, friend.
Roger?
Want? What do you want? I see the villagers have perhaps sent you my way. He starts looking up and down.
I heard rumors that you were alive. Uh, is Huju okay?
You'd sort of raise left eyebrow. Best be explaining the situation if you're bringing up other names like that. Villagers don't know that. The only ones that even knew were the ones that came for us.
You're always so skeptical. He's gonna like move his beard, show him the sky. Come on, help a brother out.
I don't know what he'd do. I don't think he'd break down.
He's saying this like trying to hold back tears himself.
I think you'd see like the familiar claws just shing out Wolverine style because like he's still not sure. And then he's like illusion, magic, and he's just circling. And you can see it's like textbook when you were kids when we're fighting. He's just like circling around watching.
Yeah, he'll lower his beard, sort of square up his shoulders. Similar fighting stance you've seen before. Oh, have I missed this? He's just gonna run at you.
How tall are you?
My guy is not that tall. He is 4'6". He is surprisingly fast for a dwarf.
Punch Expeditionary Retreat, use feline agility, and just jet towards you and just like drop kick you.
Both of you make a athletics check. In the past, who usually came out on top?
I imagine I would because I was the older brother.
And he's a bit heavier than I am. I'm relying on momentum.
He's got some neat tricks, Waju. So this is a straight roll. And
He beat me. I'm not like strong. I'm dexterous, but
yeah,
I wouldn't
you
expect
are.
this.
The thing is, you put up a fight still. And the rematch of the decade, essentially. After years apart, sure. The brotherly love is met with a tussle, and this time, sure, the score may be 2-12, but Waju, it's a win on you. Well, win for you, sorry. Essentially, as you eventually restrain him, and you have no choice but to tap out and give a bit. You come off yourselves. That expeditious retreat eventually wearing off. It's only a minute, right?
Yeah, it is.
Especially just 10
It's
minutes.
10
It's
minutes.
4:50.
Fuck, it's 10 minutes, dude. What the hell?
Yeah, Expedition is really strong.
That's great. Well, the tussling itself only lasted a minute. As that's still going, you
It might as
see.
well finish.
I'd like to ask you, did you what are your thoughts on magic after your whole past, as well as seeing it now? Like, you can clearly tell this is he's magically enhanced after that. I mean, sure, there's like a sense. Do you have like a sense of pride that your brother is, magically adept, or does your brother see some skepticism in your eyes?
As of current, truth be told, Diju isn't thinking about that. He's happy that his brother's alive, regardless of the situation. This is something that he'll probably think on later, though.
Okay, not a problem. As you guys were.
Well, I don't know how PG friendly streamers, but there's a string of abuse. You little nipper! I always hoped that the others would escape. Who's with you?
He gets a bit sad. Just me, would you? And based off what you said, I take it no one's with you.
No, Well, it can't just be us two.
Well, there were some villagers at Skate, but they're off doing their own things.
I've always hoped. It's almost better not to have known. But you're here.
And you're here. How have you been faring?
Well, learning a lot of stuff. Helped the village out here and there. I'd like to think that I'm leaving it in a slightly better shape than when I've arrived each time I do visit.
Likewise, I've been here for a few years now, actually.
And I haven't seen you. I suppose Dwarven constitution, you'd never get sick.
Well, I am busy a lot. I first arrived here killing some dire wolves,
Ah,
and now they have you putting on the merfolk, like extermination, building houses. To be fair, I volunteered for all of this, but
His stories are fine. The direwolf story, that's preposterous. You think, would you?
direwolves. Are you sure it was direwolves? I know you were vertically challenged. Were they on stilts?
oh, there was normal wolves there too. Look, you wouldn't happen to know like any pirates with like a swan like flag?
Do I, Clyde?
You not necessarily that flag, but you know of the unmarked flagships that come through Honeysuckle Village. Is some of them even to trade? At one point, one of them to visit you to cure scurvy.
I'm not familiar with that flag.
Well,
Pirates tend to be bounty hunters, and I'm not in the habit of conversation.
well, if you ever find them, let me know. They have some questions to answer. They were the ones that dropped off these beasts and just left.
A swan, you say?
White swan, black flag, I believe. Or vice versa. It's one of the two.
If the choice is answering questions or paying consequences, which would you prefer, brother?
Oh, questions and consequences. There might be more of them, you know.
I'll see what I can do.
And with that, you can modify your chapter 1 that you would have spent. Although you guys would have spent years in Honeysuckle Village, only during the last year you would have been interacting with each other, and you would have. Would you have shown? Did you where your place actually is, where your secluded place is at one point?
Oh, not immediately, but like once I am established,
Yeah.
still trustworthy, like still a brother rather than because we've been
Doppelganger.
away probably longer than we've been together at this point.
It would have been, like 4 years.
Yep, that's fine. Because you guys do spend a year together, and yeah, honestly, for the betterment of the village, thank God that you guys did. At one point together, you guys staved off a relatively large savage merfolk invasion, and thanks to that, well, you had to kind of retreat and treat your wounds, Drexos. But you don't know anyone here better than your brother to actually do it with, so you visit his place. His place is secluded definitely, but you didn't expect it to be like this. He takes a boat out, goes to this island, then takes another boat out and goes to this island. He makes this trip every single time. He has to get to Honeysuckle Village for supplies. But
That's
you
crazy.
now see why. Your brother technically is a bit of a killer. Bounty hunters knew of this, knew of his magic at some point and have been getting tipped off. You're not sure if it's someone from the village, but you doubt it. Seeing to everyone's personalities there, and well, let's just say a lot of the honeysuckle village's forests are littered with the bodies of bounty hunters, and you don't pay it really any mind. He's your brother. You kind of, he protected you. You're protecting him too. His place is just a bit of like a small hut or cottage, basically whatever he can muster and build up, and that you'd be able to spruce up in your time here as well eventually.
Yeah.
Um,
I do have one thing I want to add. The first time he ever comes here, that's when Deji will ask, so how long could you do that?
That question?
That magic of yours?
Ah. He sort of glances around and then. Hang on, which one is this?
What?
This. And he just lights up a hand, and shines it through his claws, then shuts it.
Yeah, that.
wait.
Whereabouts in my timeline would have been end of chapter 1, wouldn't it? So it would.
Yes, basically, in the chapter 1, you had this.
And this is technically chapter 2.
This is chapter 2 for you, chapter 1 for Z,
Okay,
essentially.
cool.
Yeah.
Recent edition. You remember the attack? I can't remember. I don't really keep track of time here, but it was a way back. It was bounty hunters and pirates all together. It might have even been Merfolk involved. The village was about to be overrun. The Smith was going to die, I believe. Were you there for that?
How was I?
Up to you.
Yeah, I was there. I was in the water though, fighting not on the marine force on the merfolk.
I see. Well, let's just say the alchemy wasn't going to cut it, and someone offered me help to save the rest of the village.
Well, you have it under control, all right?
Are you have you got any scratches or cuts or anything? You coming to get healed at this point or not?
This is probably after the
Yeah, he's
second
injured, yes.
attack, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He'd have no choice.
It look at you, look around again, and then blow through a whole bunch of charges of what's this? The warlock one that can just let heal from a distance. Class.
Healing light.
Oh, healing light.
Yeah.
What does that look like, actually? Never really touched up on that.
I think it is a little bit dependent on which god you're following, but I don't know.
Yeah. It is, but yeah, you can technically not really following a god, or you do not know of them. So what does that light look like? As it's sort of like when you project this, the light does not come from you, but the light sort of lights up around the wounds of the Jew. And when it does, how does it appear? Is it like just the wound shining, or is there some sort of light that like coats it like some sort of cloth?
I
What does it
feel warlocks spells would be a lot better intent rather than academic like wizards. And so I don't know.
Yeah,
This
more
is
like
going to be true.
sorcerers. Yeah.
So intent would kind of shape the function, not so much the function, but the form. And so when Didgeridoo is healing, he's always picturing alchemy and such. So you'd have an outline of a leaf appear over the wounds, and then as the leaf fades, the wounds close.
Ooh. Neat.
I'll take that as a yes then.
It is more of an ability to keep safe and others safe than anything else.
I don't really care what you use it for, to be honest. As long as you can keep it under control and keep yourself safe.
It has been working rather well.
That's good. We don't want another incident.
I feel the village here is much more cohesive than our old home.
Right.
And
But
if you're ever
magic,
worried, just stray to the northern path. I've left some signs around. It does seem to be doing the job.
that magic of yours, what you? Do you think you can get to the point where you can turn back death?
I think the spells you're talking about are legendary in nature.
Well, if I know anyone that can do it, will probably be you. After all, I thought you were fucking dead, and now you're some talented spellcaster, so...
Unless it's borrowed power, it's going to depend more on the whims of those that oversee us than my own talents.
Understood.
I think,
And
just out of character, I think warlocks can get revivified, but not raised dead.
Celestial warlocks have access to clerical spells, so yes, you can.
But raised dead's like 4th level legendary, wouldn't it?
Raise dead is 5th level.
5th level, sorry, yeah.
to be
But-
level 9, you'd be like the second strongest person ever in the world.
Yeah, essentially. By the way, celestial warlocks, they're amazing. Short rest revivify, short rest raise dead is nuts.
Yeah.
With an army.
Did you not understand any of this? As long as like the magic he's wielding isn't like going to explode a town at one point by accident, like he's fine. Like did
Yeah, less that, more healing. Yeah, it seems.
did you is against those who can't control the magic but still try to use it anyways?
Oh, looking at it, I think you're thinking of the sorcerers.
Oh no,
Warlock,
did you? I
warlocks
mean,
get specific spells.
Oh, they do? Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
yeah. Did you just
Yeah,
saw healing? It's like, maybe you can get that, even better.
I
One
see.
day, perhaps, in the far future, I can perhaps stave off death in the brief moment that it occurs, but I believe our family are out of reach for me.
Right. Yeah. Also, throughout like the years of him knowing, he'll notice that people call him Drixos and not did you.
Mm.
He'll
Yeah,
explain it if he asks, but otherwise he'll just assume he if it catches on.
I don't
Yeah,
even think he'd catch that.
he kind of Waji kind of visits the town and just does his business. He's off. He's nice to them, but like, it's just always brief. And then
Yeah.
you see why. Eventually, a year would pass from that incident, and you would be visiting his place on occasion. But would you ever show him the inner workings of like your hut, and maybe even past that?
Yeah, but I would never visit unless he's like in town and asked to come along. I don't want like accidentally leave trails.
No problem. Sure. So it's very, very few. Yeah, very few times.
I think I'd wait, or I would try asking just the forest voice first.
You don't have a response to that, so it is up to you whether or not you want to reveal such a thing.
Probably not.
Okay. Eventually, the year comes to an end, and you are you go on that journey. When you do so, do you leave a letter? Do you say goodbyes personally, or do you just go?
I think we would have established like a drop point at some point. Like
You totally
If you
can.
need
Yeah.
heal, if you need any potions and I'm not there, this is where you look. So I
Yeah,
think I'd
no,
leave a
like-
letter there.
Okay, that's fair. I'll probably like send letters there as well.
Okay. Right. Nice. Easily done. Thank you very much, Don't. You can write your letter and give it to him. Also give it to me as well, whenever you'd like. And with that, Z, thanks to pursuing and finding your brother, you are left off with a care package. Don't do you? Oh, did he leave?
Yep.
Shit. All right. Uh,
Hey,
oh,
welcome back.
welcome back.
Back.
Oh, one more thing. Sorry, my bad. Do you? I know you leave him healing potions. What else in a care package would you leave him?
Anti-poison if I can find it. And did I hear something about building? Like I missed the first part of it.
Yeah, he is a carpenter. He is the village carpenter,
Yeah,
actually.
I'm a carpenter, mason, and glassblower. I work in houses a lot.
I'd leave him some healing potions, some antitoxins, my version of glue, which I don't know how well it'll work, and some homebrew alcohol that I think even will knock out a dwarf.
All right, nice. Um, let's say you have 4 healing potions, 2 antidotes, bottle of that bottle of homemade glue, and call it alcohol X for now. Alright, sweet. That'll be all, Dawns. Thanks. Thank you very much.
No worries. Good luck.
Good luck indeed. Nice.
Now time to
Good
die.
luck. There you go. Yeah. That's awesome. More defined for the both of you as well. Written all that down?
What was the name of the brew again?
Oh, just call it. You can call it whatever you'd like, or you can ask Dawns for a name. I just call it alcohol X. Very, very strong. It's essentially just almost pure alcohol. It's you're drinking sanitizer.
Okay.
Oh, sugared sanitizer. Right, forgot moonshine.
Sugared. Okay.
Yeah, like that would help.
Yep, I'm good.
By the way, kids, don't try homemade moonshine. Well, might kill you. Don't-
It will kill you, especially if you're a kid. Don't do it.
drink, drink, drink under supervision. Wiggles finger. But yes, a month after that would be the meeting of River and all that. And you also see Waju's bounty. Finally, he's been relatively defined now. Looks like someone's gotten like a good face profile of him. 1,000 gold for Waju.
Yeah, once I take all the posters off and the like starts to head off, I'll also take his off as well.
Not a problem. He sees you doing that, and she goes, "Sure." Doesn't really question you. Maybe put on this music for chapter 2. And yeah, eventually, after making sure the town is, going to be briefed of your departure, because River insists. She's taught you for like the last for the first 3 months. She is adept. She may be the single strongest person you have ever seen that isn't your brother. Actually, you've seen her actually demonstrate like the what she says is her full power that she seems to be capable of. Just at the tip of like the village would be like a cliffside sort of like a place where the waves crash, and you see her take a stance. She takes a deep breath, punches, and you see like the waves actually part briefly. Not too much like like Moses parting, but like just enough to make it so that like the violent sea actually parts when she punches the air. And you think to yourself, that's amazing. And then seconds later, lightning shoots out as well, and like just shocks the immediate vicinity. And she goes, "You, my friend, are the perfect vessel for a storm. Not only are you fast, you're hardy, and you're explosive. Wait, you look explosive. So, and then she gets to training you. It's harsh. It's rigorous. It's a lot more than you had anticipated, even for your body. Make an athletics check for me.
Oh, I'm terrible at athletics. Got an 8.
8. Make an acrobatics check for me.
That's an 11.
8 and 11. Yeah, you are lagging behind, definitely. But after 3 months, you eventually get to a point where she seems satisfied, and she takes you to a nearby island. She tells you the next bit of your training is to train a bit of your mentality. You need to be able to stave off a storm. The storms can be physical. They can be manifestations of Mother Nature herself, or they can be storms that cloud the mind. I've got a pretty nice place over here. This is like the northern island of Honeysuckle Village, in the midst of its forest there. And she said, and there's just a hut where she seems to just hang out. And she takes you there, and immediately she taps you on the forehead. Make a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
At 20.
Natural 20.
I've rolled 2 natural 20s for wisdom saves now.
Yeah. Although your physical strength were your physical capabilities were lacking to her standards, she seems amazed at how quickly you're able to just stave off the everything your mind was brought to. She honestly was low-key torturing you here. But it was all for the sake of training. But there's something off about her. She seems to be quite adept at knowing where it really, really hurts. But such is the way of monastic traditions like this. But this little girl being able to do this is kind of crazy. Another 3 months pass by, and she says that she nods one day, and she after just some good food, she actually, thanks to you having to look after you, she actually learned how to cook. And she's a decent cook, and she after a decent meal, she pats you on the shoulder, pats you on both shoulders actually. You're ready. All right. So I'd like for you to now that your mind and body are ready for this, what if you were to be given power? What is your desire out of it? I need to know you as a person. And her look goes a bit serious.
I'd try to protect people to stop bad things from happening, honestly. It's a basic answer, I know, but you never truly know what someone's been through until you be through yourself.
Very true. Very true. Excuse me. Right. What immersion... Sorry. What emotion do you immerse yourself and sort of resonate with yourself? If you were to channel something within you, these these arts I'm about to teach you, you need to channel emotion. It can be rage. It can be love. She says, smiling. It can also be something else. You need to find what resonates within you the most, and you need to use that as your transport. For your body is a vessel, but you need to be able to channel something through you and eject it. Let go of it completely. What emotion speaks to you when it comes to that?
I would think back, and the emotion that really catches onto him, he's sort of been experiencing, even through all this training, guilt.
May I ask specifically guilt? What from?
Not being able to be enough. It's the reason my parents are dead currently. And
Her face falls.
it's the reason why I thought my brothers were dead until recently.
I may not understand, but I hear you, and I'm here for you. Sure. Take that emotion. Think of your brothers. Give your parents. Close your eyes. Channel within you the regret, the guilt. Build it up within you. And when you feel like when you've had enough, open your eyes and let it all out in another form of emotion. Whether it be rage, whether it be desperation, or resentment and frustration. And to just punch it all out in front of you. When you make this punch, when you just unconsciously listen to her, you feel something flow within you, channel within you. And as you punch, I will give you some options. If you take these two options, there'll be some extra bonuses, but essentially, this is when you level up to level 3. Actually.
Okay.
Wait, let me just kill the spider that's currently scrambling.
Oh no, 12's agents. Run.
It was actually pretty dangerous. It was actually it had both of its fangs up, and it was like actually scrambling its way towards me, or towards the ants that were on my desk. But it was actually on the hunt. It's a redback. Oh, that would have actually fucking
Shit.
hurt. It was dangerous. When these are your options. When she does the lightning strike with punch with you, you see just this black and red lightning that just kind of shoots out of her as well. You can learn specifically through River. My homebrew class, if you'd like. Or you can be specifically a very specialized element in the way of the 4 elements on the monk, and you'll have pretty big bonuses doing so. Or you can tell me when you do punch, something else comes out of it, and or just a force comes out of it if you choose the other monastic traditions. So, what happens when you make this punch? When you channel those emotions?
He channels all sort of regret and sort of guilt he's sort of been holding on to for his entire life. And then he sort of thinks back to Honeysuckle finding his brother, and sort of comes to terms with the fact that he may have not been enough now, but he is more than enough today. And he can at least do something about it today instead of living on the past.
Amazing. All right.
I'd still like to be the one of the two options, but instead of guilt, he's gonna punch with conviction. That's okay.
Nice. It changes as you just bottle the guilt. It comes out as conviction. Each of these punches, and then a second punch and a third punch. Your third punch, your own lightning comes out. Um, and its color is blue. This sky blue, sort of like lightning that punches out. And you're just thinking to yourself, "Holy shit! You just did that." River just nods. Well done. So, which of the styles would you like to learn?
You know what? Yeah, let's try this homebrew class that you are teasing about.
Nice. Okay. I think only Callum's the only other guy that is doing this as well. Uh, it's what one is cool. Let me look it up where I put it in. Yeah, it's called the Way of the Wind God.
Ah, that one. I see.
Yep.
And I assume if I chose the 4 elements, it would have just been wind-based attacks.
Wind, and I would have made you a lightning-based attack as well.
Okay.
And yeah, nice. You decide it would be best to follow directly down River's path, actually. And she'll take you up on it. In fact, she's more than happy to teach you everything that she knows. You become pretty good at pinpointing like weak spots, in order to hit on a person to make them just do something. So you have a little bit of knowledge on that, but you don't quite pick it up as good as her. So in the next 6 months, you then are just are level 3 on this, but you get her specific technique where it draws out the most in you for the moment that you need to. She's very good at drawing out emotions, and where it just heightens the most, and drawing out for a single explosive moment. Uh, she te- she teaches you something. She likes to she just named it. I mean, I've read a lot of books, and I guess I'm just a bit edgy, but I like to call it this. And she teaches you something where a technique to draw out your innermost like desires and your best, to just draw out your best self. And she gets exhausted by the end of it too, whenever she does this. So once a long rest, you can use something called. There's a little bit of a spoiler.
I'm
Let me type it
curious.
out first. Let me type it out for you.
Oh, good. I'm just working on my God Fist techniques. So I can replace my bonus action with these, correct?
Correct.
Sweet. And if I flurry of blows, can I use 2 in the same time?
You'd have to choose either flurry of blows or these, sadly.
Okay. So I couldn't flurry of blows and replace those flurry of blows attacks with these. Okay.
Not quite, no. You can't. Yeah, you can't blow all of your key points, but you basically just have more key point options.
Neat.
Wait, yours seems to work. Mine is not loading. My GM binder. What the fuck? I can't look at my own class. Oh, there we go. Actually, with that wording, you can. Sorry, you can. Instead of
Okay.
an unarmed strike, you can spend a key point to do one of the following on a bonus action. Flurry of blows is a bonus action, so you can spend extra key points to turn one of them into Wind God's Fist. Because that wording was specifically for unarmed strike on bonus attack, but the wording afterwards was, yeah. I'd say you can, yeah. I mean, it's paladin levels of like blowing your load and then being like for the rest of the fight, right?
Yeah, it's just like
there's a drawback.
in the situation I could just action hammer, bonus action, full your blows, and then do 2 Godfist techniques if I really need to for some reason.
Yeah, if you need to, yes.
Yeah, but having the option there is just good to know.
Yeah.
Especially if I need to like move really fast in one turn, I can action attack and then do 2 Wind God's flying kicks.
Now, don't be alarmed. Here.
Oh shit. What the fuck?
Yes, she can do this.
And she taught me this, huh? Yeah, I
It's
figured something was like this was happening, but it's good to know.
yeah, it's a bit of a struggle to get this down. By the way, whenever you do this, you fuck yourself up. You are wrecked. The only reason you were actually like you honed this was because every time you were able to do so, every 2 days for the next a bonus action or action, this would be an action actually. Once a long rest, you may use an action. Oops.
Yeah, once long as an action.
Yeah.
As an action.
There you go. Yeah. Because every time you were capable of doing this, she just said, "Fight me." you never did pass her. But what student passes a master in just months?
In 6
Not many.
months.
Yeah.
Probably her, knowing her, but
Maybe she did. She seems, whenever you ask her about herself, she kind of always dodges it, and she says, she always just like whacks you on the wrist with a sort of tone of just like, don't ask too much things about a girl, and also my past, because and she always just like talks about people can change kind of, and just murmurs stuff like, don't ask me too much, you might give me away to bounty hunters and that sort of deal. She's difficult to talk to outside of just training, but she seems to really, really, really love fighting. She takes it too far. Whenever she does take it too far, she does, nurse you back to health, but eventually, there would be a time where she brings you back to Honeysuckle Village, and you guys would live there and relax for the next month or so. And she would say something about ultimately she has to leave. She says, well, honestly, this has been really, really great here. I haven't actually had to stay in one place for too long other than here. I love it here. But I have to go. There's something in the north, Drixos, that might be interesting for you to look at. If you want to hone more of that power of yours, you can follow me, because I'll be heading my way there too to see what it is for myself. Actually, I'll just tell you. I mean, there's no use speaking in this sort of vagueness around you. Something's about to happen. I got this little sort of like artifact thingy, she says, pointing to her um necklace. And it's telling me that very soon some huge amount of arcane magic is going to be built up in the north, over in Peak. Do you want to come along? Or do you have are you satisfied now with how strong you are?
Uh, 1 second, just quickly reading the message that Storm sent me. Oh, that's interesting.
That is moonshine as fuck, yep. Alright.
Yeah, Drix will sort of look up. That sounds like people are gonna get hurt.
I really hope not. But
Well,
yeah.
let's make sure that doesn't happen then.
Great. Sure. It'd be nice to have a traveling buddy. And
Likewise.
and it'll be actually epic. My traveling buddy is my disciple. I'm so cool. She says, taking down like a poster.
Oh, I am sorry, by the way, but you should probably know one thing about me.
Yes.
My name
Still.
isn't Drixos. It's actually Did You.
Oh. Well, my name isn't actually River, but you already knew that.
Yeah, but people just call me Drixos. Did You is a bit annoying.
Yeah, it's a bit inconvenient sometimes. I can see why. Huh. Fair enough. She nods. Want me to keep calling you Drixos?
That is entirely up to you. I'll be referring to myself as Did You to others, though.
Juice. Did you? Juice. She's just muttering and playing around with your name. But yeah. Chapter 2 completes. Chapter 2 for the players has been they get something magical item or like some sort of power that's or something else entirely, maybe like a bond that's campaign breaking or campaign ending. You've been given both. Campaign ending, campaign breaking. And then you'll see in that you'll know why. In chapter 3 for you as you follow her to where Peak is. Did you tune into the other sessions and see the other people's chapter 3s?
I saw Dizzy's only, and you mentioned like, oh, you know what happens to their session 3, so I won't go into it.
Oh yeah, he does.
I'm curious to see
Okay.
what happens. So I have no idea what's happening.
Yeah, they're in Peak. She gives you a bit more information as to what's actually happening. And basically, you guys spend a week in the large city of Entwin first, but only briefly because she seems to go to underground networks and just whisper circles to get some information as to what the heck is actually happening in Peak. It turns out she didn't even need to. It's quite public. There is basically the Peaks Festival of of the show of strength, the militaristic show of strength that of Anduin Kingdom. Um, for the morale of the military and for fundraising, because it's the middle class and the nobles that usually partake in these sort of things, and they travel towards Peak to see the show of strength by their military. Here, you would know of him, the legendary general of Antuin, the young prodigy, the strongest general that Antuin has ever produced in all its history. It seems will be taking part for the final showing, and you see him just this picturesque, perfect man, blonde, blue eyes, 6'3", plate mail tight on him, um, very handsome, very perfect looking man, like a Viego style Zweihander is his weapon of choice, it seems. And whenever he goes around to like sort of like make some sort of gestures and commands to his soldiers, he seems to have no problem just carrying that Zweihander around with one hand. He seems immensely powerful, it seems. And yeah, you see River just travel alongside you and go, nice. I think people will be fine here, actually. It doesn't look like there'll be much of like that accident, but maybe of another kind. I'm not sure. Let's split up. Let's find out. Let's make sure there's no magical shenanigans happening around. Oh, take this with you. She gives you a monocle of seeing. Basically, this is a magic item that she gives you. Once a day, you are able to cast detect magic with this.
Interesting.
Once a long rest, sorry. And yeah, it's just detect magic, and yeah, you detect all sorts of magic around here, and you see the arcane winds for yourself for the first time. It flows normally here, and then a few fights happen, and then you see, oh, this is maybe River's overthinking it a bit, because as the festival goes on and as the monsters usually are killed and brought to one place and killed in the same spot over and over again, you see magic being dispersed there as well. So it might be just normal for her to have detected something was wrong here. But then when the final sort of like event happens, and there seems to be like a long wait for it to actually happen, the general says, "So, terribly sorry about this, folks. There seems to be some technical difficulties." He gets a bit of laughs from the audience. I do see some adventurers out in the crowd. Are there any volunteers to help pull this beast in order to fight us instead of just me? Do you volunteer yourself to help pull it out? Because it looks like a chained sea creature of some sort.
Sure, I'll pull it out, but I'll make sure I have my hammer in hand, just in case.
Nice. You help pull it out, and there's also a whole bunch of adventurers that help pull it out as well. Eventually, these two large chains pull out what looks to be, and this is a creature of legend. This looks like a hydra that they pull out. And it's got 3 heads, and it's dead. It's limp as you pull it out, and at first there was like some spooks and some adventurers immediately like flee, right, when they pull it out. But then they keep pulling it out because it looks, and it was like confirmed dead from the soldiers as well. And now a lot of soldiers like, sort of like join you in pulling it out, and then you realize, and you see, it's been killed recently because where its chest was is just this like glowing mark, pierced, like as it freshly pierced through. But before you can investigate it alongside the general, then you feel it. You see something wrong, and your detect magic just turns off at that moment. You see an arcane wind explode out of what looks to be like this portal, purple line that shimmers and then just opens up. And you see 4 of these faceless white creatures that seem to be holding up a black metal throne that comes out of this portal. This figure on the portal looks humanoid, human even. Robed, black, dressed in all black, and dripping with black ink in all of the trims of his clothes and endings of his limbs. You see, as this creature begins to sort of like speak and cast a spell, make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Oh shit. 13.
13. You're frightened, and while frightened this way, your movement speed is 0 and you're paralyzed. You lock up in place as you see the horror that is behind them, an endless void, an abyss that seems to stare right back at you. And you can't help but just like stare past it as this man casts the spell and opens up a purple line of his own briefly in the air, and as he makes some hand gestures, you see the same sort of portals that open up in the air. The abyss stares back onto the ground from the sky itself, and plummeting from the abyss are these meteors that seem to go to different directions, plummeting to the vicinity, about to destroy everything in sight, and one of them going right for where this procession is happening. As we kick off the first session with everyone, and you're there with everyone, as you kick off with that guy casting Meteor Swarm. Yep.
Okay.
But I did say I was looking to kill everyone, so I was that's why that's why I was wanting to flesh out people's backstories in like proper sessions, because I wanted to give everyone at least 2 sessions. So yes, people, don't worry. Other adventurers have maybe other means of dealing with this situation, or maybe they fizzle out entirely. But for this one, for this campaign, you'll be useful in the other sessions, that's for sure. But here, you're at the mercy of the other players. Let's see if they show up and prevent this from happening. But for now, as arcane winds flow throughout you, and you do have some semblance of the magic that was taught with in you in the form of martial arts, you do level up again. You're now level 4.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Everyone at least leveled up once. There are only a select few people that leveled up twice. That is you because of your choices. But yes, hopefully River will be able to pull you out of this danger, and or not. We'll see. Oh, nice roll, by the way. How much health do you have?
48 now. And I'm
Fuck.
probably grabbing Tough Feet for get 56.
Ah, so you won't get killed outright? Yeah, good idea.
That's or I grab Resilience Wisdom saves.
Cheeky, but that's a very good idea.
It's one or the other. I'll decide before Saturday, which I assume the session's going to be.
Yeah, nice. All right, well done. That would be all for sessions here. We cover quite a lot. Even though that was a 2-hour session, that's usually a relatively long session for a one-on-one. I guess there was daunts, but yeah.
Yeah.
Covered quite a bit. Your story is now set in stone, no pun intended, and well, you can flesh out anything in between. You can add in as little or as much as you'd like. Basically, your interactions with River as well, and yeah, you can put into your bonds Honeysuckle villagers, folk hero, and River, apprentice. She proudly claims you as an apprentice.
There we go. Yeah, it pays to be a hill dwarf of 18 con, I suppose.
Yeah, dude, you're. I think you might be tankier than our barbarian.
Especially
Hey,
if I got
check.
tough feet. I go
Yeah,
48 HP currently, which is pretty nice.
that's. You are tankier than our barbarian.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
done.
if I can also deflect missiles, so I can catch projectiles potentially.
Yes.
Is that? I need to check something quick. Deflect missiles. How does it read? Can I deflect spell attacks?
No. If you took away of the 4 elements,
Range
it
would
would
be
have been
second.
that would have been the case. I would have given you that.
Gotcha.
I mean, lightning wind hands, deflecting. That only makes sense.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
yeah, what?
Do I just go Mage Slayer?
Yeah, fuck this guy, dude. Yeah, this guy was a bully in one of these guys' session zeros. Big bully.
Wait, this guy specifically?
The guy you guys are about to fight, yeah. But yeah,
Interesting.
you have some interesting, you have an interesting friend in River and some insights. A
I
little bit of a
cannot
spoiler
wait
too.
to use that class feature you gave me.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's essentially going into the zone with a heavy drawback. It's a really heavy drawback.
It's a heavy, heavy drawback.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say
So
what it
you
is.
have
but
you have to use it like, well, I guess maybe
sparingly.
like, yeah, sparingly, or maybe even now. But yeah.
if I do use it now, and I can't say anything about giving things away.
Up to you. But yes,
I could grab the mobile feat, be even faster.
yes, you can.
There's a lot of things I could grab. There's a lot of decisions to make.
Yes. Alright. GG's. Have fun. I'll be on. I'll just be playing just another sim game that I just really like. Just Rimworld Tower Defense. Wait, Rimworld is Tower Defense. What am I saying? Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Yep. I'll be here. GG's for now. I'll get off the call and I'll be eating the rest of my snack pack.
Yeah. I might head over too. Probably deliberate about what feats I want to get.
Yep. Let me know if you want to take anything just off the books, the usuals, and
Yep.
yeah. Cheers.
Grab lucky.
For coming
Might
along.
need it.
Hey, this is an Itaroc, so if you want to be lucky, you totally can. It's not a threat. Not threatening you.
We're gonna die
promise.
anyways.
Yeah, you're gonna die. Yeah, exactly. Honestly, so yeah, might as well. But yeah. All right. Cool. Cheers. And thanks, Friendly, for streaming it.
Yeah. Thanks,
Right.
Finley. Thank you for playing the
Good luck.
session. Catch you.
Nope. Problem.